Good morning, all of you. I welcome you all to the episode 18 of Engineering with Shamil. And today we are going to discuss about the cause and effect logic in fire alarm systems. So any fire alarm engineers who are watching this video is going to be very useful because you might have been dealing with various cause and effect matrices and you need to know what exactly the cause and effect matrix represents. Okay. So in fire alarm system, a cause and effect matrix is basically it is a programmed set of rules inside the FACP that defines what action needs to be taken when a specific event occurs. Okay, so that is the reason, that is the purpose behind a cause and effect matrix. So if this particular action takes place, then this particular event or this particular effect has to occur. Okay, so cause is basically something happens to the system or to the building, and then the effect is the system will respond in this particular manner. So that is the cause and effect matrix. That is the cause and effect logic. So a typical example of a cause and effect logic is like this. This is shown in this table. So the first one, this is just an example. It's like a hypothetical example just to help you understand how a cause and effect matrix works. So the first example is when a smoke detector in zone 2 is activated, what will happen? What will take place? So in this example, it is saying that it will evacuate zone 2. It will send a notification. By evacuation, what it means is it will send a notification to the sound drops to evacuate, to alert the occupants of zone 2, and it will trigger the BMS alert as well. It will send a signal to BMS to pursue further actions. Now, another example is in case if the heat detector activates in the kitchen, okay, it will shut down the HVAC fans. That is the effect for this particular input. The third example is if a manual call point is pressed, then it will evacuate the entire building. Okay. The fourth one is if there is if a sprinkler flow switch is activated, okay, then it will sound an alarm, okay, and then it will notify the fire department. So these are some examples. So this is the effect. So the last one which I spoke was actually the effect for the cause when the sprinkler flow switch is activated. So each example forms a cause and effect logic for a fire alarm system. Okay, so why is a cause and effect logic important for a fire alarm system? So there are four benefits for a cause and effect logic to be important. So the first benefit is it has an automated response. So you are making the cause and effect matrix, the cause and effect logic automated so that whenever any action occurs, the required effect takes place without the intervention of a human being. Okay. In this process, there is no decision making involved by a human. Okay. So that is why it is automated response. The second one is it is having a targeted evacuation. That is, it need not evacuate the entire area. It can evacuate only the affected areas. Okay. So that is why we are having cause and effect logic. The third benefit is system integration. The fire alarm system is integrated, is interfaced with the other systems such as BMS, public access control system. Then we have the HVAC, etc. Okay, so the system integration is possible through the cause and effect logic, and the last one is faster reaction. So it all happens immediately. So whenever an action takes place, so the whenever a cause takes place, whenever an input is activated, then the action takes place immediately. So because of that, the emergency response time is reduced. Okay, so you have four benefits. So the first one is automated response, the second one is targeted evacuation, the third one is system integration, and the fourth one is faster reaction time. So these are the benefits. So let's see a typical cause and effect matrix. Again, I am showing an example over here. So we have already gone through this. Only thing is that we are just seeing what effect or what cause is in which category. So here, if you see, the first example is there's a smoke detector which is got activated in floor 2. Okay, so it is an alarm condition. As you can see in this example, it is an alarm condition, and then that particular cause is leading to the evacuation, is asking the floor 2 occupants, floor 2 and floor 3 occupants to evacuate. Okay, this is just a hypothetical example. Okay, so this is how a cause and effect matrix is, this is how a cause and effect logic is designed. The second example is heat detector in a plant room in case if it goes in alarm. then it will lead to the shutting down of AHU unit. Okay, the AHU is an HVAC package. Plus, it will alert the BMS system. Similarly, in case if there's an activation of MCP in the ground floor, it will lead to the evacuation of the entire building. And the last example is if there's an activation of flow switch in the sprinkler system, because of the water flow, it will actually sound the alarm and it will send a signal to the fire brigade or the fire department. Okay, so these are some of the examples for a cause and effect logic. So to summarize this video, we are coming to an end, so that's why I'm summarizing. So the cause and effect logic is basically about if this particular cause happens, then the fire alarm system will do this particular action. Okay, so the cause is mapped, is linked to the action. Okay, so because of this concept, what happens is it is actually making the fire alarm system transform from a simple detector into an intelligent emergency response system. Okay, so that is how important a cause and effect logic is in fire alarm system. So with this, I come to the end of my video. I hope you have understood about the cause and effect logic. In case if you have any queries, questions, feedback, doubts, kindly post them in the comment section and I will be happily obliged to respond to your queries. So before I sign off, I would humbly request all of you to kindly like, share and subscribe to my YouTube channel so that will actually motivate me to do further videos. Thank you once again and signing off. Good day to all of you.